used for broadcasting, I'm told. And so if you want to make it into a recording studio or something, that's a doable thing. And it could be tear it all out and just work on diesel engines and big trucks, and this could be your garage. This is another wood stove at this end, and this was at one time just a little area for preparing foods or whatever for people that came to meetings, it appears. Some of the walls was torn down because it was a mess. This is the back door. We'll go out there in a minute. And we've got a bathroom in here. We've got a little sink, toilet, shower. If you're working up here, it'd be nice. Another little sink, utility sink. Okay, so this is a part of the house with the other stove in here. What you do with this is totally up to you. Just know that it's permitted as a garage shop. So how you use that is certainly your prerogative. And they both have deadbolts. One key matches everything, which is very handy when you're showing it or whatever. This is wood that they left for some of the thing. That cyclone fencing up there could be a dog kennel, or it could be a garden, because deer come down and eat everything that you plant. Believe me, they love that. So that might be a good idea. And here's the back of that detached garage, as you can see. And then the back, this building I mentioned once before, but it is a 17 by 26 square foot. Quite large, really. And here's some more cement tarmac behind this building. So let's walk down here by this pool area. At one time, it was a bona fide, genuine pool. You can do, here's 4 ideas. What you do, you can do anything that you come up with, but here's 4 ideas. You could get it fixed. It's an option, because I've had it looked into. You could tear it down. You could board it over with the tech board that it has and make it a barbecue entertainment area. Those are just some ideas. Or you could even cover it up and make it a greenhouse to grow things in the winter. That's certainly a possibility. And then the lower part of it is wiring for a spa, a hot tub, which is be pretty nice. That appeals to me. Now, these burn areas is how you keep the forest cleaned and maintained. So you have permits for that. It's a must. There's certain times of the year you cannot burn, and there's some times that you can. And it keeps everything really nice. And it can't be done frivolously or without thought. It's you just don't want any horrible accidents to occur. So here's the back of the house. Part of that metal fencing had to be taken down. You can see all this fresh dirt. That's all brand new leach line. The septic tank has been pumped, certified, clean. Everything works in the house. The leach line goes from here all the way up here, as it should. And it's all been repaired, replaced, and leach line's brand new. So you're talking quite an expense there, but you know, you'll be very glad the owner did this, because he wants to sell it. He wants you to move in and enjoy it. He wants you to come home and say, this is all functioning, of course, don't we all? And it's been done for you. So we walk around the back part. There's some more burn piles, as you can see, because that's what they are. And this whole area has all been maintained. You can see where they made that pool area behind here. And this dirt is so rich. I swear you could just dig a hole and plant a tree and it would just flourish. Can you hear the brook? It's really something, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. So we're going to go up and walk by the brook. Now here's the back of the house. There's a little lean-to shed. Somebody told me they put a horse in there, but you need something better than that for a horse in the winter. It's colder than heck up here. You wouldn't be very humane if that's all you had for a beautiful animal like that. There's the back of the house. Looks pretty large. You can see all the windows, that's for darn sure. Okay, let's just walk through here and go to the brook. Okay, this has all been cleaned out, gotten rid of junk. Oh, here's that gorgeous, gorgeous brook. There's little plank bridges here so you can walk to the other side. Beautiful ferns along the way. You can really hear it there, huh? Look at that. Is that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? So you have riparian rights, which means you have access to this water. You can't use it all. It's the main water feed for the Buckhorn Ranch down below. There again, those beautiful ferns. Those are all natural. They die back in the winter and then they come back in the spring. You can see how fresh they are, the new fronds. And there's a little tight pond right here. Whether there's any fish in there or not, it's possible. It's possible. I don't know though. Isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. And, as you can see the back of the house, again from this angle, under the trees. And I'll just walk back up to this back. See, there's just so many beautiful little shaded areas that you can just relax and contemplate life, and like my uncles used to do, contemplate the growth of a tree. I have more people laugh at that, but he did. He actually did that. So, again, this is 30548 Oak Run to Fern Road. There's two things that are for sure. This is your home or it's not. And if it is, come on up, buy it, move in, live here. Enjoy the solitude and the tranquility and creating life any way you want it to. So if not, pass it on to somebody that would absolutely love it, that you could think of. Again, my name is Carol, and I work for NorCal Real Estate for You. My phone number, 530-782-1526. And again, the property next to me is not my listing, but it used to be, both of this whole thing used to be a family compound. And it's really nice to have a neighbor fairly close, not too close, but fairly close. You have your privacy. You're not going to interfere with each other. If you're away on vacation, it's nice to have a vigilant eye. And also, God forbid, in case of an emergency, there is somebody that's fairly close. So there you go. And if somebody wanted to buy both properties and regain that family compound, you can do that. It would cost you somewhere between $700,000 and $800,000. And this house again is listed as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. However, if you want to take those 2 rooms and put closets in it, then you've got yourself a 5-bedroom house very easily. What else can I tell you? Except those fabulous trees. Would you just look at that? Most beautiful, beautiful things I've ever seen in my life and will ever and for always see. They're just gigantic. They're monstrous. They're just totally, completely giant trees. And the cedars are, they take your breath away. They really do. Here's some more here. I can't give you the true perspective of their enormity, but there it is. Again, I thank you so much for going on this tour with me. Give me a call, 530-782-1526. I'll take you up here. The directions are not complicated. There's 4 turns. Each turn may not tell you left or right, but it has black and yellow spiral tapes, which is interesting. Each one of those on a street sign does say this is where you turn. I have very explicit directions. Call me. I will send them to you in your email. It is 32 miles northeast out of Redding. It's always cooler up here in the summer than Redding. It's 10 to 20 degrees cooler. And it is, if your kids go to school, there is a school bus that comes through to take you into Foothill High School. And then in Whitmore, just to let you know, Whitmore is not a town. Right now it's just a post office and a little store, if it's still open, not sure. And a schoolhouse called Whitmore Elementary School. So the kids would go there, and the high school kids would go into Foothill by a bus. And there you go. So Love to hear from you. Thanks again for going on this tour with me.